T.J. Smith is the face of Baltimore police. He's the spokesman pleading with the public at news conferences to put down their guns, calling it a poor keep an eye on wily teenagers. His pleas to end the relentless bloodshed in this city turned personal when his younger brother became one of Baltimore's latest homicide victims. Dian Smith, 24, was found dead inside his apartment Sunday from a gunshot wound. He was the city's 173rd homicide victim this year. There have been 3 more killings since. To many, he will be number 173, but to me and my family, he's Dian, a brother, a son, a father, a friend, a nephew, and a kind soul, Smith wrote in a Facebook post on Tuesday night. For the last couple of years, I've notified the public of many tragedies, mostly death, specifically homicide-related, Smith wrote. I've been on crime scenes. I've heard the wails of family members when they discover it's their loved one who is deceased. On Sunday evening, one of the names that came to me was way too familiar. Baltimore has been in the throes of a crime surge for more than 2 years, and the homicide rate this year is again on track to break records. From January to June, the city saw 170 homicides, just 2 fewer killings than the same time period in 1993, when the city had about 100,000 more residents than it does today. A close second for the bloodiest year was 2015, which recorded 344 homicides, with a population of just 622,000. The violence in Baltimore began to dramatically spike following the death of Freddie Gray, a 25-year-old black man whose neck was broken in the back of a police transport wagon. Gray's death inspired protests, rioting and a week-long citywide curfew, and prompted then-Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake to fire the sitting police commissioner, Anthony Batts. 6 officers were charged in connection with his death, but after more than a year of legal proceedings, half of the officers were acquitted, and the remaining cases dropped. Some residents blamed the uptick in homicides and violent crimes on police for taking a hands-off approach to fighting crime. Others pointed a finger at a flood of pilfered prescription drugs that entered the black market after pharmacies were looted during the riots. Since then, the bloodshed has yet to slow, and Commissioner Kevin Davis has rolled out several crime-fighting strategies. 2 years ago he established the War Room, a collaborative effort between local law enforcement and federal investigators to track repeat offenders and draw connections between violent crimes. In May, the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives deployed a new ballistics van that enables detectives to test fire weapons and rapidly analyze bullets and shell casings recovered from crime scenes. And last month, after 6 people were shot in a 24-hour period, Davis extended officers' shifts to 12 hours and deployed all officers to street patrol. Police released security footage showing 2 men in the hallway of Dian Smith's apartment. They are asking the public to help them identify one of the men, who is considered a suspect. Smith joined the Baltimore Police Department shortly after Davis was appointed commissioner. Smith and Davis had previously worked together at the Anne Arundel Police Department. Smith grew up on Baltimore's West Side, an area disproportionately affected by poverty, drugs and violence. Although Smith is no stranger to handling homicides, he said he found himself in denial after learning of his brother's slaying. He called investigators to learn more, and tried calling his brother's cell phone. Of course, there was no answer. Smith said his brother worked 2 jobs and volunteered at a local after-school center. Now this might sound a little cliché, but it is true. My brother was a good kid, he said. He wasn't about that life.